Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Warroad, home of the Warriors, as we're getting set for some volleyball action here tonight. James Cardarelli with you as the Northern Freeze are in town taking on the Warroad Warriors here on yourliveevent.com. The Northern Freeze, 1-1 on the season. They lost at Roseau on a score of 3-1, and then they beat Lake of the Woods on Monday on a score of 3-1. The Warriors 0-1 on the year, looking to right the ship here against the Northern Freeze. They lost at Goodrich Grigla on Monday on a score of 3-2. This should be a fun one, ladies and gentlemen. The student section filling up right over here to the right of me. A lot of energy in this gym, a great gym. I heard that they redid the floor this summer, and it's definitely looking good for this school year. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We'll go through the lineups and get you set for volleyball action here on yourliveevent.com coming up after this quick timeout.
Questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back into the home of the Warriors here inside of Warroad Gymnasium. James Cardarelli with you on yourliveevent.com. Volleyball season underway, and the Warroad Warriors are hosting Section 8A opponent, the Northern Freeze, here this evening. Taking a look at the roster for the Warriors. Catherine Brecky is a junior. Atlee Larson, a sophomore. Kelby Knox, a junior. Reagan Haley, a senior. Haley Selvig, a sophomore. Piper Flick, a senior. Libby Olafson, a junior. Unity Gawson, a senior. Anna James is a freshman. Vivian Marcoca is a senior. Aaliyah Jackson is a senior. And Eliana Jacobson is a junior. And looking at the Northern Freeze roster, Jerry Petruski is a senior. Bailey Bronze is a senior. Mackenzie Berggren, a senior. Brooklyn Dahl is a senior. Maddie Waterworth, junior. A senior. Ellie Underdahl. Olivia Lindholm, a senior. Alicia Botham, a senior. Taylor Knutson, a senior. Eva Hansen is a sophomore. Shiloh Eden, a senior. Faith Efta, a sophomore. Kylie Gustafson is a junior, and Tarson Erickson is a junior. The Northern Freeze are led by head coach Molly Torin, and the Warroad Warriors led by head coach Jasmine Draper. An update from football earlier today, this afternoon, here in Warroad. The Warriors losing to Pillager on a score of 45-20. Our pregame show will continue on. We'll bring you the starting lineups as we receive them when they run out onto the court here in just a few moments. We are about 8 minutes away from the first serve here inside the home of the Warriors. Let's step aside for another quick timeout here on YourLiveEvent.com.
From John Michael and guests in the morning show, noon hour information, and 5 p.m. evening local news, ag news, weather, and sports. Thank you for listening to KQ92 and KRWB The Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM. Listen for our high school sports coverage of Warroad, Roseau, BGMR, Lake of the Woods, Sprague, and Grigla Goodridge. Find the sports schedules. You can also listen to our high school sports coverage in the Listen Live from KQ92.com and the Northern Star KRWB.com.
Get inspired for your next big project at Marvin Home Center. Our home inspiration area showcases modern, rustic, and farmhouse designs with products from floor to ceiling. We feature durable LP smart side siding and certain teak shingles, quality Marvin windows, and the hand-laid look of Versetta stone to the elegance of onyx shower systems. Marvin Home Center has it all. Check out our appliances and expanded paint center too. And we're now your local Ace Hardware. Inspiration is here at Marvin Home Center in Warroad.
At Life Care Medical Center, our employees are part of a team who care not only for the patients we serve, but for each other. With a wide range of opportunities, both medical and non-medical, Life Care is the perfect choice for those seeking a first job opportunity or career transition. Beyond growing your career and thriving within our culture, experience highly competitive benefits as part of our Total Rewards program. Choose Life Care Medical Center.
From KQ92 and the Northern Star KRWB, we entertain you with KQ92 playing country music hits from today and yesterday. With the Northern Star, it's the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s super hits. We are local. We are your radio station. Local news, sports, weather updates, ag news, community conversation, Coach's Corner, school news, Viking football, Minnesota Wild, and more local area programming coming in the future. Thanks for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and a staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
Welcome back into Warroad, home of the Warriors, as we're getting set for some high school volleyball action. Section 8A opponent Northern Freeze in town tonight to take on your Warroad Warriors. Let's take a look at the schedule ahead for Warroad. Tonight they play the Northern Freeze. On the 4th, they'll go on the road at Roseau. Then the 9th, on the road at Lake of the Woods. Then they'll be back at home against Kitson County Central on September 11th. On Saturday, September 13th, they're participating in a tournament. On Tuesday, September 16th, they'll be at BGMR, then back here at home on the 23rd against Roseau. And then they'll go on the road against East Grand Forks on the 25th, and then at International Falls on the 29th. Then they'll play Crookston here at home on the 30th. And then rounding out the final 3 games of their regular season, they'll be here at home October 9th against BGMR, on the road at Bagley October 13th, and then in Thief River Falls taking on the Prowlers on October 14th. James Cardarelli with you on YourLiveEvent.com. We're about 4 minutes away from first serve here inside the home of the Warriors, as Warroad looking to get their first win of the season if they can knock off the Northern Freeze. They lost at Goodrich Grigla on a final score of 3-2 on Monday. We'll step aside for another timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups and first serve here from the home of the Warriors. Back after this.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Security State Insurance Agency in Warroad if auto owners make sense for you.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Life Care Medical Center, it's our honor and privilege to serve the healthcare needs of our communities here in northern Minnesota. We take great pride in our compassionate staff, dedicated physicians, and wide range of services we provide. Our primary mission is to provide quality care for a healthy life. From birth to elderly, we serve you at every age, caring for generations, caring for our communities, caring close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
From John Michael and guests in the morning show, noon hour information, and 5 p.m. evening local news, ag news, weather, and sports. Thank you for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM. Listen for our high school sports coverage of Warroad, Roseau, BGMR, Lake of the Woods, Sprague, and Grigla Goodridge. Find the sports schedules. You can also listen to our high school sports coverage in the Listen Live from KQ92.com and the Northern Star KRWB.com.
Get inspired for your next big project at Marvin Home Center. Our home inspiration area showcases modern, rustic, and farmhouse designs with products from floor to ceiling. We feature durable LP smart side siding and CertainTeed shingles, quality Marvin windows, and the hand-laid look of Versetta stone to the elegance of Onyx shower systems. Marvin Home Center has it all. Check out our appliances and expanded paint center too. And we're now your local Ace Hardware. Inspiration is here at Marvin Home Center in Warroad.
At Life Care Medical Center, our employees are part of a team who care not only for the patients we serve, but for each other. With a wide range of opportunities, both medical and non-medical, Life Care is the perfect choice for those seeking a first job opportunity or career transition. Beyond growing your career and thriving within our culture, experience highly competitive benefits as part of our Total Rewards program. Choose Life Care Medical Center.
Welcome back into Warroad, home of the Warriors, getting set for some high school volleyball action tonight. As Section 8A opponent, the Northern Freeze, are in town this evening to take on the Warroad Warriors. Brooklyn Dahl, outside hitter, being announced as a starter for the Northern Freeze. Ellie Underdahl is the setter. She's a senior. Taylor Knutson, a middle hitter, senior. Shiloh Eden, middle hitter, senior. Faith Efta, sophomore. And number one, Jerry Petreski, senior. That rounds out the starting lineup there for the Northern Freeze. Student section here and getting rowdy to the right of me as they announce the Warroad Warriors. Catherine Brecky, a junior. Anna James, a freshman. Vivian Maricoca, a senior in the starting lineup. Eliana Jacobson. Atlee Larson, and now these are the starters, excuse me. So Atlee Larson in the starting lineup. Kelby Knox, Haley Selvig, a sophomore, Libby Olafson, a junior, Unity Gausen, a senior, and Aaliyah Jackson, a senior, rounding out the starters, as well as Piper Flick, a senior. All right, moments away from first serve. The Warriors in their all-black home uniforms with the yellow numbers. The Northern Freeze dark blue uniforms with white numbers and white lettering. We're just about underway. First home game of the season for Warroad Warrior Volleyball taking on the Northern Freeze. Both teams getting set up here. Coming on for the Warriors, Piper Flick. And Warroad will start with the serve. Going back to serve, Libby Olafson, junior. And we are underway. In the middle, set up to the outside, a hit. That one goes into the net, and a point for the Warriors as Knutson unable to get it over. Warroad scores first. Hit over. Now set up in the middle and nearly blocked. Is it saved? The Northern Freeze do get it over. Now on the near side, a good volley back and forth. Little set over there by Larson. Now set up in the middle. Still going back and forth. Outside Jackson, a soft tapper. Nice dig in the middle of the floor. Big hit and a kill for Atlee Larson. (2-0). Warroad leads it here in the first set. And the serve from Gausen. And an ace. (3-0). Warroad leads it. Served over. Trying to track it down. Now hit over, and that's going to be out of bounds on the hit from Brooklyn Dahl. And the Warriors off to a hot start right now. 4-0 here in the first set. Gausen will serve. Soft tapper over. It's going to be an error and a point for the Warriors, and they're cooking right now. 5-0. Back to serve is Unity Gausen. And another ace for Gausen. 6-0 now. Warroad leads it. It has been all Warriors here in the first set. Gausen with another serve. 2 aces thus far for Gausen. And the Freeze are not going to be able to track it down. 7-0 run here to start this contest. We're going to get a timeout from head coach Jasmine Draper of the Northern Freeze. We'll step aside for 30 seconds right here on YourLiveEvent.com.
From KQ92 and the Northern Star KRWB, we entertain you with KQ92 playing country music hits from today and yesterday. With the Northern Star, it's the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s super hits. We are local. We are your radio station. Local news, sports, weather updates, egg news, community conversation, Coach's Corner, school news, Viking football, Minnesota Wild, and more local area programming coming in the future. Thanks for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM.
Welcome back in here. The Warroad Warriors off to a hot start here at their home opener for the volleyball season. They lead 7-0 on the scoreboard in the first set against the Northern Freeze. Gosson continues to serve. Served over in the middle. It's Efta. It's going to set it up to the outside. A hit nearly blocked at the net, and the Freeze are on the board as that's a kill for Taylor Knutson. The Freeze come out of the timeout and score right away. And the serve. Set up to the far side, and a big hit and a kill for Atlee Larson, her second. 8-1. Warroad leads it in the first set. Going back to serve will be Atlee Larson. Larson serves it over. It's going to be played up right against the net. It's hit over by the Freeze on the far side by Underdahl. Now served over. Efta sets it up in the middle, and that's a kill for Knutson, her second. 8-2. And going back to serve is Petruski. Jerry Petruski hits it over. Played in the middle. It's going to be set up to the near side. A big hit at it, and it dropped in there for a kill. Just barely getting in there for the kill as Unity Gosson picks that one up, and 9-2 is our score here in the first set. Served over. Efta will set it up to the near side. Now in the middle, near side, a hit from Gosson, and it is dug out. Now on the far side, big hit, too strong. Another point for the Warriors. They lead 10-2 now. So a little bit too strong there for Underdahl. Gustafson hits it over. It's dug out. Gosson sends it over to the middle. It's set over. Now on the far side, a hit and a kill for Brooklyn Dahl. 10-3. Serve back to the Northern Freeze, and going back to serve is Taylor Knutson. Knutson serves it. Jackson, far side, blocked at the net, tracking it down. Gosson's going to take a hit at it, and that one right into the net. So unable to get the lift on that one. 10-4. So Northern Freeze try to creep back into this one, trailing by 6 points here in the first set. Knutson serves it. Set up in the middle, hit over. Near side, a big swing at it by Underdahl. And a miscommunication by the Warriors there, and that's going to be another point for the Northern Freeze as they're going on a little bit of a run of their own here. Knutson continues to serve for the Freeze. It's hit over in the middle. Tracking it down, now near side. Gosson, soft tapper. Played nicely by the Freeze in the middle. It's dug out. Gosson again, soft tapper. It got hit back over, and we go back and forth. Jackson will set it over the top. In the middle, set nicely over. Tracking it down, pushing that one over is Gosson. And unable to get it over on the bump there from Piper Flick. 10-6 now. Northern Freeze trailing by just 4. Warroad got out to a 7-0 run. And that was too strong on the serve there for Knutson. Jackson will go back to serve, a senior for Warroad. 11-6 is our score, and that one gets put into the net. 11-7 is the score now. Bit of a discussion happening here. Now coming on is Catherine Brecky replacing Jackson, as well as Anna James replacing Unity Gawson. And going back to serve for the Freeze, Ellie Underdahl. Underdahl with the serve. Bumped in the middle. That one into the net. And another point for the Freeze. 11-8 is our score. Unable to get it over. Or the Warriors. It was Gawson on the hit. Or Knox, excuse me. There's Knox again. Flick and a miscommunication. That's the second miscommunication here of this first set for the Warriors. 11-9 as the Northern Freeze right back in this one. Ellie Underdahl back to serve again. Changing sides of where she serves from, this time from the right side. Hits it over. At the net. Nice dig by Flick. Set up. That one hit over by Knox. Near side. Taking a swing at that one was Efta. It's played back by the Warriors. And a kill on the far side. That's Anna James picking up her first kill. And Warroad leading 12-9 now. Serve will go back to the Warriors. Going back to serve is Kelby Knox, a junior. Knox serves it over. Dugout in the middle. Set up in the middle. Efta puts it over and a kill for Faith Efta. 12-10 our score here in the first set. Hit over. Flick handles it. Now near side. A hit and a good dig on the back end and a kill. That ends up being a point there for Atlee Larson. 13-10, the Warriors lead it. Serving is Piper Flick, a senior. And an ace for Flick. $14-10. Our score here on our Security State Bank in Warroad scoreboard. Played in the middle. Efta takes a swing at it. And that's going to be a point for the Freeze. Warroad jumped out to a 7-0 run to start this first set. Northern Freeze hanging around now, down 3, 14-11. On the near side, big swing at it by Larson. The Freeze play it well. Now in the middle and just missing the tapper there was Knutson. That's a point for the Warriors. 15-11. Coming on for the Warriors and going back to serve is Unity Gawson. She's got 2 aces thus far. She started off the game serving for Warroad. Gawson serves it over. Played in the middle. Efta's there. Hits it over. Flick sends it over to Jackson far side. Underdahl is going to set it up to the far side, and Efta unable to get it over the net. That's a point for Warroad. 16-11 now. Our score on the Security State Bank in Warroad scoreboard. Serving is Gawson. Gawson hits it over. Dugout in the middle. Efta tracks it down. Lindholm's there. Back and forth we go. Warroad gets it over. Near side. Good dig. It gets hit back over. Efta hits it over. Gosson sends it to Flick. Now hit over by Larson and too strong on the bump over. Point for the Northern Freeze. 16-12, our score. Played in the middle. Far side. Unable to track it down. Another point for the Warriors. 17-12. Going back to serve Atlee Larson for Warroad. Larson hits it into the net on a service error. (17-13) our score. Serving is Petruski. And an ace for the Freeze. 17-14. Petruski will serve again. In the middle, near side, soft tapper over by Knox. Dug out in the middle, up against the net, and Warroad unable to recover. 17-15 now our score. Serving is Jerry Petruski. Knox plays it. Gosson tracks it down. Right back to Knox. Big hit, too strong. 17-16. Warroad led by as many as 7 here in this first set. Petruski continues to serve for the Freeze. And unable to track that one down, and we're all tied up now, 17 apiece. Dugout. Gosson sets up Jackson. Jackson picks up a kill. That one snuck in there on the left side of the floor. Warroad retakes the lead, 18-17. Selvig will go back to serve, a sophomore for the Warriors. Dug out by Petruski. Efta sets it up to the far side. Soft tapper over. Gosson's there. Now set up to Knox. Knox hits it over. Tracking it down. Near side. Big swing at it. Dug out on the back end there by Marcoka. Efta sets it up to Knutson. Knutson will pick up the kill. Tied up, 18 apiece. And the Northern Freeze going back to serve. It's Taylor Knutson, a senior. Gosson sets up Jackson. Soft tapper over. And that one hit over, and it fell in the soft spot of the floor for Brooklyn Dahl, her second kill. And the Northern Freeze hold their first lead here in the first set, 19-18. Knutson hits it over. Marcoka, or Jacobson, I should say, excuse me. Knox, able to put it over. Soft set over and a kill for Shiloh Eden. 20-18 now, the Northern Freeze leading here in the first set. Knutson goes back to serve. Knutson hits it over. Knox to Gosson. That one hits the top of the net. And too many hits there for the Warriors. And now Warroad trailing by 3, 21-18. They jumped out to a 7-0 run to start this first set, but chipping away. We're the Northern Freeze. They lead by 3 now, and Knutson will continue to serve. Knutson hits it over. Jacobson. Now Jackson, a big hit, and that one drops in there for a kill for Aaliyah Jackson. Much needed point there for the Warriors. 21-19 now is our score. Going back to serve, Aaliyah Jackson. Jackson. Dug out. It's going to be set up. Efta just hits it over. Gosson sets it up in the middle. A big swing at it there by Olafson. Knocks soft tapper over and finds the open spot of the floor. Heads up play there by Kelby Knox. (21-20). And that is points for the Northern Freeze on the service error. And going back to serve is Ellie Underdahl. Underdahl. Jackson with a bump. Knox on the far side. Gets a kill. Kelby Knox coming up big here for the Warriors right now. 22-21. Warroad trailing by 1 here in the first set. Going back to serve will be Kelby Knox, the junior. Has had a good first set thus far. Knox hits it over. Dug out by Petreski. Good dig by Knox. Jackson. Gosson's going to set it up to the far side. And a point for the Warriors. We're all tied up 22 apiece. Knox will go back to serve it. Knox serves it over. Too strong and a costly mistake there here in the first set. 23-22 is the score, and we got a timeout on the floor from Jasmine Draper, the head coach of the Warriors. We'll step aside for 30 seconds here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and a staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
Welcome back in here. Back and forth action in the home of the Warriors. James Cardarelli with you, bringing you tonight's action here on YourLiveEvent.com. Right now, the Warriors on the ropes, 23-22. We've gone back and forth here in the first set. Serving is Brooklyn Dahl. Jackson with a bump. Hit over. Now in the middle of the floor, set up in the middle, and a big hit and a kill there for Shiloh Eden. 24-22 and a set point, and we got another timeout, it appears, on the floor. And we'll step aside here on YourLiveEvent.com. When we come back, 24-22, Northern Freeze leads it in this first set, back in 30.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Welcome back in here, 24-22. We have a set point, Northern Freeze with the serve. It's Brooklyn Dahl. Hit over. Set up in the middle. Hit, and that one falls in there. Great play on the outside. As Libby Olafson picking up the kill. 24-23. Warroad led by as many as 7 here in the first set. Went out to a 7-0 run to start here at home. And now serving is Brecky. Brecky hits it over. The Northern Freeze, they're going to set up Efta in the middle. She soft taps it over. Near side, a hit into the nets, and the Northern Freeze take the first set on a score of 25-23. We'll step aside for a timeout. We'll bring you set number 2 here from Warroad as the Northern Freeze leading 1-0. Back after this.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Security State Insurance Agency in Warroad if auto owners make sense for you.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Life Care Medical Center, it's our honor and privilege to serve the healthcare needs of our communities here in northern Minnesota. We take great pride in our compassionate staff, dedicated physicians, and wide range of services we provide. Our primary mission is to provide quality care for a healthy life. From birth to elderly, we serve you at every age, caring for generations, caring for our communities, caring close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Welcome back in here on yourliveevent.com. The Northern Freeze leading 1-0 after winning that first set on a score of 25-23. Our in-game updates brought to you by Marvin Home Center. Visit them in Warroad or on the web at marvinhomecenter.com. And our in-game update is Pillager defeating Warroad in football earlier this afternoon on a score of 45-20. James Cardarelli with you here in Warroad. The Warriors got off to a hot start there in that first set, a 7-0 run, but then the Northern Freeze continued to chip away. Ended up tying it up at the score of 17-18 or 17-17, and then they took their first lead 18-17, and then did not concede the lead since that moment, winning that first set 25-23. 1-0 in set play. The Freeze lead it on our Security State Bank in Warroad scoreboard. Visit them in Warroad or on web at ssb-warroad.com. And going back to serve for the Freeze will be Faith Efta to get us going here in the second set. Efta hits it over. Jackson is there. It's played. Gosson now in the middle, and that one in there for the kill. Soft tapper. Picking it up is Selvig for her first kill. Going back to serve will be Kelby Knox. Or excuse me, Gosson. That's Unity Gosson with the serve. In the middle, Knutson plays it over. Coming up for it, Gosson. Setting it up in the middle and just mistiming the jump there was Selvig. A point for the Freeze. Warroad going on the road against Goodrich Grigla earlier this week on Monday, losing 3-2. The Freeze are 1-1. Jackson near side, soft tapper, and a kill for Aaliyah Jackson. Two to one, the Warriors lead it here in the second set. Going back to serve will be Eliana Jacobson, a junior. And that one served into the net by Jacobson. 2-2 is our score. First time here being in the home of the Warriors. Really a beautiful gym. They got a new floor this summer, and it looks tremendous. Set up in the middle. Soft tapper over. Jackson with a big swing at it. Too strong. And a point for the Freeze. Knutson will go back to serve it. Senior middle hitter for the Freeze, and too strong on the serve. We're all tied up 3 apiece. Two very evenly matched teams here through a set. And early on here in the second set, as the Freeze winning the first set 25-23. Hit over. Had to readjust, and that one goes into the net. Can Warroad play it over? It does get over the net. Oh, my goodness. That ball must have had some spin in it. It looked like it was going to fall back on the Warroad side. It's a point for the Warriors, nonetheless. Going back to serve is Selvig. Far side, hit over. Trying to dig it out was Jacobson, unable to. And that's a kill for Shiloh Eden. Eden has 3 kills now. 4-4 is this score. Serving is Ellie Underdahl, senior setter for the Freeze. Dug out on the back end. Jackson, far side, plays it over. Efta's there. Big hit. Did that fall in there? It did not. Point for the Warriors. Five to 4 coming on. And going back to serve is Catherine Brecky. Also on the floor now, Anna James. Served over. Now in the middle, played over, hit at the net, and that one falls in there. A lot of open space in that floor. Dropping it in was Livy Olafson. Brecky to serve, plays it over. Far side, it's hit by Knutson. Played over by Larson, and a kill for Atlee Larson with the soft tapper. 7-4. Warroad out in front. Brecky will go back to serve. Into the net. That's a service error and a point for the Freeze. 7-5 now. And going back to serve for the Northern Freeze, Brooklyn Dahl. Played over, bump in the middle, and unable to track that one down. That's a point for the Warriors. Coming on the floor, Kelby Knox. We're replacing Eliana Jacobson. And serving will be Atlee Larson. Larson serves in the middle. Hit over by Efta. Tracking it down, Brecky. Knox plays it over. Near side, hit over by Lindholm. Larson tracks it down. Knox going to bump it over. Tracking it down. Underdahl, soft tapper over. Dug out, and that one falls in there. That's going to be a kill for Faith Efta. 8-6 our score. Going back to serve for the Freeze was Shiloh Eden. Larson sets it over and got underneath that one. That's a point for the Freeze. 8-7 on our Security State Bank and Warroad scoreboard. Eden will serve it. Shiloh Eden plays it over. Near side knocks into the net. 8-8. The Freeze tie it up. Back to serve Eden. In the middle. Big hit, and that one falls in there for Knox. (9-8). We go back and forth. The Freeze lead 1-0. Serving is Olofsson. Set up. Knutson, soft tapper, and heads-up play. Just found that open spot on the floor. Knutson continues to impress. That's her 4th kill. We're all tied up 9 apiece. Serving is Efta. Soft tapper over. Tracking it down into the net. Points for the Freeze. 10-9, the Northern Freeze lead it. The Northern Freeze 1-1 on the season. They lost at Roseau 3-1 and then beat Lake of the Woods 3-1. Knox, soft tapper over. And a point. For the Warriors. 10-10 now. Coming on to serve will be Unity Gosson, a senior. Aaliyah Jackson back on the floor as well for Warroad. Played over. In the middle, big hit, good dig, and that one hit the top of the ceiling there. Great reaction from Atlee Larson, but the ceiling too low here in the gym. That's a point for the Freeze. If only they just made the ceiling a little bit taller. In the middle, Knutson, and that's a kill. Knutson now up to 5 kills. And going back to serve, Petruski. 10-12 is our score. Tracking it down, set over. Near side, big hit. That one hits in right in that back corner there. Really a good hit for Gustafson. 13-10 now. The Northern Freeze lead it. And there's a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well here on YourLiveEvent.com. 13-10. Northern Freeze lead it here in the second set.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and a staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
Welcome back in here on YourLiveEvent.com. The Northern Freeze, Section 8A opponent here in town in Warroad for the Warriors' home opener in volleyball. They lead 13-10. They lead 1-0 as well. And going back to serve is Jerry Petruski. It's over. Set up, Gosson, Jackson, big hit, dug out on the back end. And that's going to be a point for the Northern Freeze. They lead 14-10 now. The serve in the middle. Knocks, soft tapper over, but that's going to be an error. And now the Northern Freeze leading 15-10. Warroad looking for a run of their own. It's the biggest lead of the match thus far for the Northern Freeze. Knox has to track it down. Larson bumps it over. Did that hit in? I think it did. It did. Atlee Larson finding the spot on the floor. She's got 5 kills. Going back to serve, Eliana Jacobson, a junior for Warroad. Eden bumps it. Hit at the net by Larson. Soft tapper. And she picks up the point. Six kills now for Atlee Larson. Stats unofficial. On the best I can. Knutson with the bump. Hit over. Larson there. Set up. Big swing. Larson. Nice dig by Eden on the backside. And that's going to be a point for the Warriors. (13-15). They got on a 3-0 run after trailing 15-10. Jacobson will serve it. Eden. They track it down. It's hit over by Dolly. Jackson, big rip at it. And out of bounds. Point for the Warriors. 15-14. Jacobson continues to serve. Near side, big swing at it, and a point for Warroad, and they go on a 5-0 run here to tie it up at 15 apiece. Timeout on the floor from head coach of the Northern Freeze, Molly Torin. We'll step aside as well for 30 seconds here on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
In-game updates brought to you by Marvin Home Center. Visit them in Warroad or on the web at marvinhomecenter.com. We are tied up 15 apiece here in Warroad in the second set. The Northern Freeze leading 1-0. Jacobson, it's dug out by Eden. Big hit and unable to dig it out as on the far side there, Brooklyn Dolly with her third kill. 16-15 now as we go back and forth. Going back to serve, Taylor Knutson for the Northern Freeze. Knutson. Gosson sets it over. Knutson unable to track that one down. Just misread the bump there. And we're all tied up 16 apiece. Going back to serve will be Haley Selvig, a sophomore for the Warriors. In the middle. It's played to the far side and tapped over, and a point as picking up the kill there. Brooklyn Dolly, her fourth. 17-16. Serving will be Ellie Underdahl. Underdahl serves. Dug out. Unable to dig it out. That's an ace for Underdahl. Serving again, Ellie Underdahl. In the middle, and another ace for Underdahl. The Northern Freeze back up to a 3-point lead, 19-16. Underdahl will serve again. In the middle, Jackson far side, big hit. And it's going to be a point for Warroad. Okay. Let's wait in the signal there. Jackson will go back to serve it. Are they going to discuss this? It looks like they are going to have a discussion about who this point belongs to. A little bit of a confusion out there, trying to figure it out. So we'll wait and see. 19-17 is our score. The Northern Freeze led 15-10. And then Warroad able to go on a 5-0 run to tie it up. And Northern Freeze retaking the lead. And point is to Warroad. So 19-17, our score remains. And Aaliyah Jackson will go back to serve. Jackson serves into the net, service error. (20-17), and going back to serve for the Northern Freeze will be Brooklyn Dawley. Back on the floor, Anna James, a freshman, for Warroad. In the middle, Jacobson. That is James, too strong. No, it fell in there. That ball looked to be going out of bounds. Dropped right in there on the corner for a point. Great hit there from Anna James, picking up her second kill. An impressive freshman here for the Warriors. And going back to serve will be Larson. Larson runs up, plays it over. It's dug out. Hit in the middle. Great dig by Larson. Great effort. Now it's hit over with a soft tapper. And that one into the ceiling there. And a point for the Warriors. I believe that's Olafson picking up the kill. 20-19 is the score here. Hit over. Set up, far side, soft tapper over. Good volley back and forth, and that's going to be an error. And a point for Warroad. They tie it up 20-20 here in the second set. Do not want to fall 2-0 here against this Northern Freeze team. First one to 5 wins it as Larson serves it over, and that one hits out. Warroad retakes the lead, 21-20. Head coach Jasmine Draper of Warroad giving her team instructions, and head coach of the Northern Freeze, Molly Torin, wants a timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds here on YourLiveEvent.com.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Welcome back in here. 21-20 is the score. Here in the second set, the Warriors out in front, going back to serve is Atlee Larson. Can they close out this second set and tie it up 1-1? Larson runs up into the net, a service error. 21-21. Eden serves it. Larson digs it. Knox hits it over. Dug out nicely into the net. And the Northern Freeze, too many hits there. 22-21. Warroad back out in front. Going back to serve will be Piper Flick, a senior for the Warriors. In the middle, tracking it down. Knutson hits it over and picks up the kill. Knutson's strong performance continues. She's got 6 kills on the evening. And we're all tied up 22 apiece. Serving is Faith Efta. Efta plays it over. Knox was there. Bumped over. Efta is going to set up Knutson and unable to track that one down. 23-22, the Warriors retake the lead. Aaliyah Jackson comes back on the floor. Going back to serve will be Unity Gawson. Warroad looking to close out this second set. It's hit over in the middle. Knutson. Did she put it in there? Yes, she did. That one drops in as Knutson, when in doubt, find where she's at on the floor. She's been tremendous here this evening. 23-23 now is our score here in the second set. And we got a timeout on the floor from Jasmine Draper, the head coach of the Warriors. We'll step aside for 30 seconds right here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Welcome back in here on YourLiveEvent.com. We got a good one on our hands. The Northern Freeze leading 1-0. We're all tied up here in the second set, 23-23. Serving is Jerry Petruski for the Northern Freeze. Warroad trying to tie it up in set play. Northern Freeze want to take a commanding 2-0 lead, but that's not going to help on the service error there. 24-23, and we got a set point coming up. Eliana Jacobson will go back to serve it. Jacobson serves in the middle. Near side, Knutson with another kill. (24-24). It's win by 2 in set play, I do believe. Knutson. That one fell in there. Doing it all is Taylor Knutson. That's an ace. And now we have a set point. Knutson serves it. Jacobson bumps it. Larson plays it over. Efta sets it up, far side, soft tapper. Larson sets it up. Gawson will give it back to Larson. Larson, and it's dug out by Efta. Near side, Larson, soft tapper. The Freeze flying around, both teams. A good volley here. Jackson, far side, plays it into the pole, and the Northern Freeze take the second set, 26-24. They now lead 2-0, and Warroad will have to win 3 straight to win the match. We'll step aside for a timeout. We'll bring you the third set here from Warroad. After this break here on YourLiveEvent.com, it's the Northern Freeze 2-0 in set play here in Warroad.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
From John Michael and guests in the morning show, noon hour information, and 5 p.m. evening local news, ag news, weather, and sports. Thank you for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM. Listen for our high school sports coverage of Warroad, Roseau, BGMR, Lake of the Woods, Sprague, and Grigla Goodridge. Find the sports schedules. You can also listen to our high school sports coverage in the Listen Live from KQ92.com and the Northern Star KRWB.com.
Welcome back in here on YourLiveEvent.com. We've had a couple closely contested sets as the Northern Freeze able to take both of them. The first one on a score of 25-23, and then the second one on a score of 26-24. The Warroad Warriors are battling in there, but Northern Freeze doing a good job of closing it out at the end of both those first sets. Taylor Knutson has been the star of this one for the Northern Freeze, as she is up to 8 kills as well as an ace. Atlee Larson leads Warroad in kills with 6. In-game updates brought to you by Marvin Home Center. Warroad football losing 45-20 against Pillager earlier this afternoon here in Warroad. James Cardarelli with you. Warroad trying to stay alive here. They need to win this set. Served over by Gawson. Knutson, there she is for another kill. Look out below. Taylor Knutson continues her tremendous outing here in the home of the Warriors. Faith Efta will go back to serve. Efta plays it over. Jacobson unable to handle it, and that is an ace for Efta. The Freeze out to a 2-0 lead here to start this third set. Gawson plays it. Knox just swung on that one. Momentum in favor of the Northern Freeze right now. Jacobson digs it. Larson taps it over. At the net, Knox keeps it alive. Back to Knox. Knox picks up the kill. Knox has 4 kills. 3-1 is our score. Stats unofficial. Doing the best I can. But they're in the ballpark if they're not correct. No doubt about it. Knox goes back to serve. Into the net for the service error. 4-1. The Northern Freeze out in front. They lead 2-0. They won the second set 26-24. The first set 25-23. In the middle, set over, and picking up the kill is Gawson. I don't know if she meant to do that, but nonetheless, that is a point for the Warriors. Larson will serve it. Big jump, hits it over. That one falls in there. Ducking out of the way was Petreski. She misread it, and Larson picks up the ace. That's her first ace of the game. Dug out, and a point for the Freeze on the air. Knutson will go back to serve it. Knutson has been the star of this one. Has 9 kills and an ace. Serves it over. Jackson. Now Knox. Set over by James. Is that an error? That's an error. And a point for the Freeze. Knutson serves it. Knox digs it. Jackson to James. James bumps it over. Efta's there. Big hit on the far side and a kill for Brooklyn Dolly. That's her 5th. And we got a timeout on the floor from head coach of the Warriors, Jasmine Draper. Will step aside as well for 30 seconds here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Get inspired for your next big project at Marvin Home Center. Our home inspiration area showcases modern, rustic, and farmhouse designs with products from floor to ceiling. We feature durable LP smart side siding and CertainTeed shingles, quality Marvin windows, and the hand-laid look of Versetta stone to the elegance of Onyx shower systems. Marvin Home Center has it all. Check out our appliances and expanded paint center too. And we're now your local Ace Hardware. Inspiration is here at Marvin Home Center in Warroad.
Welcome back in here on YourLiveEvent.com. 7-3 is our score here in the third set. The Northern Freeze leading 2-0. They won the first set 25-23, second set 26-24. The Warriors looking for their first set win here against the Freeze. They've been right there as we've been back and forth in this contest, but the Freeze getting the upper hand as Knutson serve. Jackson plays it over. It's out of bounds. And a point for the Freeze. They lead by 5 now here in this third set. Taylor Knutson, a senior for the Freeze, plays it over. Knox digs it. Gosson sets it up in the middle to Olafson. At the net, and that's going to be a point for the Warriors. Anna James picking up the kill. Coming on to serve will be Catherine Brecky, a junior. 8-4. Set up. Eden, far side. Big hit from Jackson. Efta's going to set it up to the near side and a kill for Ellie Underdahl. 9-4. Serving is Underdahl. And too many hits there. A little bit of a miscommunication. 10-4 now is the score. Underdahl back to serve again. Jackson plays it over. Knox at the net. Point for the Warriors. Picking up the kill, Libby Olafson, her 4th. 10-5, our score here on the Security State Bank and Warroad scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com. Serving is Jacobson. And that one falls in there. (11-6). Warroad just unable to get on a run here in this third set. Brooklyn Dolly, a senior, to serve it. Plays it over. Nice dig. Set up. Knox plays it. Far side, Efta will hit it over. Back and forth we go. Eden plays that over. Gosson will set up Knox near side. Out of bounds. Point for the Warriors. (11-6) now. Warroad trying to hang in there. Served over. And an ace for Piper Flick. Her second ace. 11-7. The Warriors continue to fight here at their home opener against the Northern Freeze. They trail 2-0. Flick serves it. It's Doug. Far side, a hit. Coming up. Brecky sets it up to Knox. A great dig on the back end there by the Freeze. Blocked at the net. Now played over. Larson tries to tap it over. It's tapped back over. Now played. We go back and forth here. Efta far side sets it over. And unable to track it down as the Northern Freeze get the better of Warroad there on that volley back and forth. And a kill for Efta. Her third. Going back to serve will be Eden. Eden plays it over. Larson at the net. Dug out. It gets over the net. Knox tracks it down. Efta far side. And that one was off the hand of Jacobson. And another kill for Efta. Her fourth. 13-7 now. The Freeze trying to continue to get that distance here in this third set. Tries to close it out, and that's an ace for Shiloh Eden. As the Northern Freeze now have doubled up the Warriors here in this third set, 14-7. Eden plays it over in the middle, near side, Knox, and into the net. 15-7. Shiloh Eden continues to serve. The senior for the Freeze. Set up. Larson, soft tapper over. Efta's there. Big hit. Back and forth. Larson at the net. It's blocked. Knox sets it up to Gawson. Eden with a dig on the backside. Efta plays it over. Trying to track it down. Warroad doing a good job. In the middle, Knutson dug out. Miscommunication. Warroad recovers. Knox plays it over. Soft tapper over. Larson in the middle. Takes a swing at it. That's a point for the Warriors, I do believe. Yes. Point for the Warriors. Larson up to 7 kills. Warroad trying to stay alive. Unity Gawson will go back to serve. Hit over. Dug out on the back end. Knutson, big swing. Point for the Warriors, too strong. And serving will be Unity Gawson. Dug out by Knutson. Now in the middle. And finding the open spot of the floor. Nice job there by Olivia Lindholm. She picks up the kill. 16-9 is our score. Far side and into the net. That's a point. For Warroad. 16-10. Continuing to battle here, going back to serve is Kelby Knox, the junior, for Warroad. It's skied up and an ace for Knox. Trailing by 5 now are the Warriors. They trailed by as many as 7 here in this third set. They've lost both sets by 2 points. Efta sets it up near side. Miscommunication. Knutson wanted it there in the middle. Efta decided to play it back to Lindholm and just unable to connect. So a point for the Warriors. They trail by 4 now. Knox serves. That fell in there. I think that fell in there. No, it did not. Must have just missed. Line judge had a better view than me, no doubt. 17-12 is the score. Jerry Petruski will go back to serve for the Northern Freeze. It's dug out. Gosson. Larson, soft tapper, finds the open spot for the point. Larson has 8 kills. She'll go back to serve. She does have 4 service errors, so. Eden digs it. Efta. Tapped over. Point for the Warriors. 17-14. Trying to creep back in it. Larson serves. Played on the back end, trying to track it down. Now in the middle. Knox to Gosson to the middle. That one is hit over by Olafson. At the net, Olafson. Played over. They're going to set it up far side into the net. Just mistiming the hit there. It was Brooklyn Dawley. And right back in it, the Warriors trail by 2. There's a timeout on the floor from the Northern Freeze. We'll step aside as well here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Life Care Medical Center, our employees are part of a team who care not only for the patients we serve, but for each other. With a wide range of opportunities, both medical and non-medical, Life Care is the perfect choice for those seeking a first job opportunity or a career transition. Beyond growing your career and thriving within our culture, experience highly competitive benefits as part of our Total Rewards program. Choose Life Care Medical Center.
Welcome back into Warroad, home of the Warriors, as the Northern Freeze leading 2-0. They lead this third set 17-15, and going back to serve is Atlee Larson for Warroad. Near side, and that's a point for the Warriors. Blocked at the net. 17-16. Warroad trailed by as many as 7 here in this third set. Now they trailing by 1. Larson runs up, serves, too strong. 18-16, and the serve will go back to the Freeze. It is Taylor Knutson serving. Hit by James. Eden in the middle. Blocked at the net. Olafson picks it up. 18-17. Both sets have been decided by 2 points each. 26-24, 25-23. And this one coming down to the wire as well. 18-17 is the score. James serves it over. Eden on the backside by Knox. And a point for the Freeze. They lead 19-17 now. Warroad trying to stay alive in this match. Going back to serve is Ellie Underdahl for the Northern Freeze. A lot of upperclassmen on both these teams. Underdahl is senior. Jackson plays it over. Hit at the net, tapped over by Olafson, trying to block it, unable to control it. Winning that battle at the net was Shiloh Eden. And now the Freeze lead 20-17. Nice serve, good dig by Flick. Did that fall in there? It did not. It's a point for the Warriors. Going back to serve, Eliana Jacobson for Warroad. Knutson now in the middle. Near side, hit over, and a point for the Warriors as that one hit the post there. Warroad trailing 20-19. Jacobson will serve it. In the middle, Eden. Jacobson digs it. Gosson sets up Olafson. Played over. Flick bumps it. Now near side. Knox hits it, and that's a kill for Kelby Knox. Her 5th. And we're tied up 20-20 here in the third set. Warroad trying to keep this one alive. Jacobson will serve it. Ace for Eliana Jacobson. And Warroad takes the lead here in the third set. This is their first lead of the third set, 21-20. Looking to close out the Northern Freeze for the first time in set play. Jacobson, dug by Knutson. Knutson's going to bump it over. Jacobson to Gosson. Gosson to the far side to Olafson. Set up. Efta hits it over. Jacobson with a bump. Knox, Knutson, set up the Dolly. Dolly plays it over. Back and forth we go. Knutson, set up in the middle. Eden has it blocked by Olafson at the net. Digging that one out. Knox plays it over. Knutson bumps it. Far side. Dolly too strong. 22-20. Olafson will continue to serve. Timeout on the floor from the Northern Freeze. Molly Torren wants to talk about it. We want to step aside as well for 30 seconds here on YourLiveEvent.com.
From KQ92 and the Northern Star KRWB, we entertain you with KQ92 playing country music hits from today and yesterday. With the Northern Star, it's the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s super hits. We are local. We are your radio station. Local news, sports, weather updates, ag news, community conversation, Coach's Corner, school news, Viking football, Minnesota Wild, and more local area programming coming in the future. Thanks for listening to KQ92 and KRWB, the Northern Star, 1410 AM, 102.9 FM.
Welcome back in here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Cardarelli with you, and the Warriors leading this third set 22-20, trailing 2-0 against the Northern Freeze. Jacobson will serve for Warroad. Knutson, they play it across to Efta. Efta with a big hit and a kill. Not messing around there. Faith Efta with her 5th kill. 22-21. Going back to serve is Brooklyn Dolly, a senior for the Freeze. Set up to Knox, soft tapper. They'll go to Efta, far side. Dug out by Brecky. Now Knox near side, hits it, dug out. Efta again, soft tapper. Nice play there by Knox. Olafson finds the open spot of the floor. 23-21. Warroad looking for their first win in set play. They'll have to win 3 straight if they want to beat the Northern Freeze, who lead 2-0. Got to get this one, though. Points for the Warriors. And now they have a set point. 24-21 is the score. Serving is Piper Flick. Flick plays it over. At the net. Nice dig. And a point for the Warriors. And they take the third set on a score of 25-21. So this one continues on. Great job, great resolve there by Warroad. They trailed by as many as 7 there in that third set, 14-7, and then a timeout by head coach Jasmine Draper to refocus her team. And they were able to chip away, and then they held on to the lead there to take a victory in the third set on a score of 25-21. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We'll bring you the fourth set here from Warroad on YourLiveEvent.com after this.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and a staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Security State Insurance Agency in Warroad if auto owners make sense for you.
Welcome back in here on YourLiveEvent.com. We got a good one on our hands here in Warroad. As the Warriors stay alive, they lost the first 2 sets, 25-23, 26-24, but able to win that third set, 25-21, as both these teams going back and forth with each other. Knutson has 9 kills for the Northern Freeze. Larson with 8 kills for the Warriors. Also, Kelby Knox has 5 kills. Olafson with 5 kills. Anna James has 4 kills. Aaliyah Jackson with 3 kills. Gawson has 3 kills. Brooklyn Dawley for the Northern Freeze has 5 kills. Faith Efta with 5 kills. Northern Freeze trying to close it out here in Warroad. The Warriors want to force a 5th set. Served by the Freeze. Gawson plays it over. Trying to track it down. They're unable to. And the Warriors strike first here in the 4th set. Serving is Gawson. Dugout, trying to track it down. Knutson plays it over. Gawson. And that's going to be a point for the Freeze. 1-1 is our score here in the 4th set. Going back to serve, Jerry Petruski. Jackson near side, big hit. Able to get dug out on the back end. Nice job there by Eden. Miscommunication and a point for the Warriors. 2-1. Our score. Kelby Knox to serve. At the net and a point. That's an ace for Knox. 3-1. The Warriors out in front here. In the 4th set, they trail 2-1. Another ace for Kelby Knox. Four to 1 here to begin this fourth set in Warroad. Knox hits it over into the net. Service air. 4 to 2 now. Serve back to the Northern Freeze. And it is Gustafson, or excuse me, Knutson going back to serve. Ace for Taylor Knutson. Four to 3 now. Knutson serves. Did that fall in there? It did. Another ace for Knutson. 3 aces. We're all tied up 4 to 4 here in this fourth set. A bit of a discussion happening right now with the scores table. So we'll see. So we got a stoppage of play. 4 to 4, our score here in the fourth set, as the Warriors trying to stay alive, trailing 2-1. They were able to come back down from 7, trailing 14-7 in that third set, winning at 25-21. And now we will resume, and Knutson serves it over, and that one's too strong. Ace for Warroad. They lead 6-4 now. Ace going to Selvig. She'll continue to serve. Selvig plays it over, trying to track it down. Knutson, and Efta plays it over. Now in the middle. Larson, and that one into the net. That's a point for the Freeze. Going back to serve will be Ellie Underdahl. Jackson now in the middle. Larson, soft tap. Eden sets it over. Jackson, far side. That's a kill for Aaliyah Jackson. Her fourth. 7-5. Played over by Jackson. Efta in the middle. Soft tapper, and that's a kill for Faith Efta. Going back to serve, Brooklyn Dawley for the Northern Freeze. Served over. In the middle, tapped into the net, points for the Freeze. And they tie it up 7 apiece. Northern Freeze trying to close it out here in 4 sets. In the middle. Set over, and at the net, picking it up is Olivia Lindholm. 8-7 our score. Going back to serve. Brooklyn Dawley, yet again. Dawley serves it over. Larson is there. Brecky back to Larson. Big hit and a kill for Atlee Larson. She's got 9 now. She leads the Warriors in that department. We're all tied up 8 apiece. This has been a very evenly matched contest between these two teams. Far side, dug out. Soft tap, and Knox finds the open spot of the floor for her 6th kill. The Warriors take the lead 9-8. Jacobson plays it over. Eden sets it. Now over the net. And that one too strong on the hit from Efta. Warroad leading 10-8. Eliana Jacobson back to serve again. That's an error. 10-9. And going back to serve is Shiloh Eden. Eden plays it over too soft. That one did not get over the net. 11-9 now. And going back to serve is Jacobson, the junior, yet again. Plays it. Or excuse me, that was Olafson serving. Blocked at the net, and a point for the Warriors. 12-9 our score. Olafson back to serve again. The Warriors trying to force a 5th set. They trailed 2-0. Knutson lets it rip, and that's a kill. And if you're the Northern Freeze, that's been your recipe for success, is find Taylor Knutson on the floor. And she's got 10 kills. Knox plays it into the net. It's blocked at the net by Knutson. 12-11 is our score. Back to serve is Faith Efta. Jacobson digs it at the net. Knutson again for the Freeze. We're all tied up 12-12. Efta will serve, and that's an ace for Faith Efta. And the Northern Freeze take the lead here in the 4th set, 13-12. In the middle, Knox, and another point for the Freeze. They're on a bit of a run here. They lead 14-12 now. Trying to close it out, leading 2-1. Efta with another serve. Knox digs it. Brecky right back to Knox. Dug out on the backside. Efta tracks it down. Hit over. Far side, James just mistimed their jump there. And now a 3-point lead for the Northern Freeze. They lead 15-12. And going back to serve is Efta. Efta will play it over. And that one too strong. Serve will go back to Warroad. Gawson will go back to serve it. Gawson plays it over. Dolly's there. Knutson has it blocked, and a point for the Warriors. Coming up and making the block, Haley Selvig. Gawson goes back to serve. Efta tapped over by Dolly. Efta going near side, big hit. And that's going to be a kill. As Ellie Underdahl picks it up. 16-14 is our score now. Petruski goes back to serve for the Northern Freeze. Set up in the middle. Knox far side. Has it blocked at the net. And a point as Brooklyn Dawley and Knutson were there. Let's send that one back. 17-14 now. Petruski serves it. In the middle. Tapped over. Warriors recover. Right back. Tracking it down, hitting it over. Gosson in the middle, tapped over there. Dawley takes a big swing at it. Great dig on the backside. That one hit back over. Good volley back and forth. Flick. Now Knox near side. Eden's got to get it over. She does. Soft tapper over. Gosson just tried to finesse it over the net there. Unable to. A little bit too much finesse there. 18-14. Petruski goes back to serve. Great dig by Flick. Gets it over. Great effort by Piper Flick. Knutson in the middle. Hits it over. And did we have a whistle? Stoppage of play. Everybody looking at the ref. I think they heard a whistle. Some confusion here. As they'll discuss. Every player on the floor stopped and looked at the referee, but no explanation. I don't know if there was a whistle or not. And now he's calling over Knutson as well as Gosson. And it looked like, well, in basketball reference, he signaled jump ball. So I think they're just going to redo this whole point. I'm not sure what that means in volleyball, but jump ball symbol. Here we go. Knox at the net and that's a kill for Kelby Knox. 18-15. Serving will be Knox. That one hit out. That's a service error on Knox. 19-15. And the Warriors on the ropes. And Jasmine Draper, head coach, can sense it. As they trail 2-1. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this timeout.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a good one on our hands. The Northern Freeze leading 2-1. They won the first set 25-23. Second set 26-24, and then the Warroad able to stay alive, winning that third set 25-21. Right now, the Northern Freeze looking to close it out. The Warriors looking to force a fifth and final set, as Knutson will go back to serve for the Northern Freeze. Discussion happening with one of the line judges and head coach Jasmine Draper, and I believe we should be ready to go here. And we are. Knutson will serve it. Knutson plays it over. Gosson's there. Jackson, soft tapper. Efta sets it over. Flick to Gosson to Larson. And a kill for Atlee Larson. She's got 10 kills now. 19-16. Going back to serve will be Haley Selvig for the Warriors. 19-16. Warriors trying to stay alive. Bumped into the air. Eden drops it in over the top of the defense for the kill. Shiloh Eden with a nice play there. And 20-16, our score. That's an ace for Ellie Underdahl. Our fourth. Now trailing by 5 are the Warriors. They need a run right now. Into the nets. And that'll help. If you're Warroad, Aaliyah Jackson will go back to serve. Ace for Aaliyah Jackson, finding that open spot. Put it in there perfectly. Warroad not going away just yet. 21-18. They trail 2-1. They need this set into the net, and that is a costly mistake there for Aaliyah Jackson. And going back to serve is Brooklyn Dawley. Northern Freeze looking to pick up their second win of the season. If they can close out this fourth set. Set up in the middle. Point, kill for Atlee Larson. She's got 11. She's been tremendous for the Warriors. 22-19 now is our score. Larson serves it. Too strong. And service errors catching up to the Warriors. Eden will go back to serve for the Northern Freeze. Serves it. Flick is there. Brecky sets it up to Olafson. And a point. For Warroad. They hang in there. 23-20. Sweaty Palms time here inside the home of the Warriors. They're looking to force a fifth set. They trail by 3 right now in this fourth set, and another service error. And that is just another costly mistake for the Warriors, as they have really given the Northern Freeze a lot of points here down the stretch of this one. Jackson plays it over, or Flick, I should say, excuse me. They set up Knutson. That's blocked at the net. Great job at the net there. By Haley Selvig with the block. And now it's 24-21. Serve back to Warroad. And it's Gosson going back to serve it. Gosson plays it over. It's at the net. Soft tapper. Selvig coming alive here down the stretch as Warroad trying to force a fifth set. They trail by 2 now, 24-22. And another serve coming for Gosson. In the middle. Knutson, big hit, and that's the match as Knutson picks up the kill. That's her 12th, and that does it here in the home of the Warriors as the Northern Freeze win 3-1, picking up the victory there in the fourth set, 25-22. We'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap this thing up here on YourLiveEvent.com in Warroad. Back after this.
At LifeCare Medical Center, it's our honor and privilege to serve the healthcare needs of our communities here in northern Minnesota. We take great pride in our compassionate staff, dedicated physicians, and wide range of services we provide. Our primary mission is to provide quality care for a healthy life. From birth to elderly, we serve you at every age, caring for generations, caring for our communities, caring close to home. LifeCare Medical Center.
Warroad Public Schools are eager to have students and staff back in the classroom and all school activities. If you have questions for the school year's schedule, visit Warroad School website, warroadschools.org. The Warroad Public School website is a valuable resource for the community. Visit the site for updated information, daily announcements, contact information, schedules, and more. warroadschools.org.
Welcome into our post-game show here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Cardarelli with you as the Northern Freeze come and spoil the home opener for the Warroad Warriors, winning 3-1, but a very evenly contested match between these two teams. The Northern Freeze taking the first set 25-23, the second set 26-24. Warroad able to bounce back there in that third set, winning 25-21, but then losing the fourth set 25-22. Let's go over some of these post-game numbers here, and then we'll wrap up from Warroad. As Atlee Larson, she led Warroad in kills with 11. Knox had 7 kills. Olafson with 5 kills. Gosson with 4 kills. Anna James with 4 kills. Aaliyah Jackson with 4 kills. All stats unofficial. Yeah, just doing the best I can up here, but probably in the ballpark, I would say. Brooklyn Dawley for the Northern Freeze. She finished with 5 kills. Underdahl with 2 kills. Lindholm with 2 kills. Knutson finished with 12 kills, leading all players in that category. Shiloh Eden with 4 kills, and Faith Efta with 6 kills for the Northern Freeze. And that brings us to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Visit them at Enbridge.com. And our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game is going to go to Taylor Knutson, the senior for the Northern Freeze, leading with 12 kills. And whenever the Northern Freeze needed a big point in this one, it seemed like Knutson was the player to find, and she did a tremendous job all game long. So our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game goes to Taylor Knutson of the Northern Freeze. Taking a look ahead at the schedule for the Warriors. They go on the road Thursday the 4th at Roseau, then on the road at Lake of the Woods, and then they'll be back here at home on September 11th against Kittson County Central. The Warriors fall to 0-2 to start the year. The Northern Freeze advanced to 2-1 to start the year. Well, I'm James Cardarelli, and it was fun here in beautiful Warroad, Minnesota for this one. But that does it for our broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Northern Freeze picking up the victory here in 4 sets, 3-1 over the Warroad Warriors. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your week, and be safe this Labor Day weekend.